Another day, another story. Ducati Italian pronunciation, Ducati, is an Italian motorcycle manufacturing company headquartered in Bologna, Italy. The company is directly owned by Italian automotive manufacturer Lamborghini, whose German parent company is Audi, itself owned by the Volkswagen Group. Welcome to Turbo Eminent Channel. In 1926, Antonio Cavalieri Ducati and his three sons, Adriano, Marcello, and Bruno, founded Società Scientifica Radio Brevetti Ducati, SSR Ducati, in Bologna to produce vacuum tubes, condensers and other radio components. In 1935 they had become successful enough to enable construction of a new factory in the Borgo Panigale area of the city. Production was maintained during World War II, despite the Ducati factory being a repeated target of Allied bombing. It was finally destroyed by around 40 consolidated B-24 Liberators on the 12th of October 1944 as part of the United States Army Air Forces' Operation Pancake, which involved some 700 aircraft flying from airfields in the province of Foggia. Motorcycle designs. Ducati is best known for high-performance motorcycles characterized by large-capacity 4-stroke, 90-degree V-twin engines with a Desmodromic valve design. Ducati branded his configuration as L-twin because one cylinder is vertical while the other is horizontal, making it look like a letter L. Ducati's Desmodromic valve design is nearing its 50th year of use. Desmodromic valves are closed with a separate, dedicated cam lobe and lifter instead of the conventional valve springs used in most internal combustion engines in consumer vehicles. This allows the cams to have a more radical profile, thus opening and closing the valves more quickly without the risk of valve float, which causes a loss of power that is likely when using a passive closing mechanism under the same conditions. Product history. The chief designer of most Ducati motorcycles in the 1950s was Fabio Taglioni, 1920 to 2001. His designs ranged from the small single-cylinder machines that were successful in the Italian street races to the large-capacity twins of the 1980s. Ducati introduced the Panther in 1979. Its engine was updated in the 1990s in the Ducati Supersport SS series. All modern Ducati engines are derivatives of the Panther, which uses a toothed belt to actuate the engine's valves. Taglioni used the Cavallino Rampanti, identified with the Ferrari brand, on his Ducati motorbikes. Taglioni chose this emblem of courage and daring as a sign of respect and admiration for Francesco Baracca, a World War I fighter pilot who died during an air raid in 1918. Motorcycle design history. Ducati has produced several styles of motorcycle engines, including varying the number of cylinders, type of valve actuation and fuel delivery. Ducati is best known for its 90-degree V-twin engine, used on nearly all Ducatis since the 1970s. Ducati brands its engine as L-twin, emphasizing the 90-degree V angle, to create product differentiation from competing V-twin motorcycles. Ducati has also made other engine types, mostly before the 1970s, with 1, 2, 3, or 4 cylinders, operated by pull rod valves and push rod valves, single, double and triple overhead camshafts, 2-stroke and even at one stage manufactured small diesel engines, many of which were used to power boats, generators, garden machinery and emergency pumps, for example, for firefighting. The engines were the S-series from 7 to 22 horsepower, 5.2 to 16.4 kilowatts, air-cooled and the larger twin DM series water and air-cooled. The engines have been found in all parts of the globe. Wisconsin Diesel even assembled and badge-engineered the engines in the USA. They have also produced outboard motors for marine use. Currently, Ducati makes no other engines except for its motorcycles. Enthusiasts groups. A key part of Ducati's marketing strategy since the 1990s has been fostering a distinct community identity in connection with branding efforts including online communities and local, regional and national Ducati enthusiast clubs. There are more than 400 Ducati clubs worldwide and 20,000 registered users of the Ducati Owners Club website and 17,000 subscribers to the racing website. Enthusiasts and riders are informally referred to in the motorcycling community as Ducatista, singular, or Ducatisti, plural. Merchandising. Ducati has a wide range of accessories, lifestyle products and co-branded merchandise bearing their logos and designs. The company has a licensing agreement with Tumi Incorporated, launching a collection of 8 co-branded luggage pieces in 2006, sold through both of the brand's retail outlets. Racing history. Ducati's history with motorsport began with speed records on Cucciolo motorized bicycle factory races in 1951, followed in 1954 with bringing in Fabio Taglioni to found a road racing program with the 100 Grand Sport. As of 2009, Ducati was still pursuing the win on Sunday, sell on Monday business model and spending 10% of company revenues, €40 million, on its racing business. MotoGP World Championship. Ducati rejoined Grand Prix motorcycle racing in 2003, after a 30-year absence. On the 23rd of September 2007, Casey Stoner clinched his and Ducati's first Grand Prix World Championship. When Ducati rejoined MotoGP in 2003, MotoGP had changed its rules to allow 4-stroke 990cc engines to race. At the time, Ducati was the fastest bike. In 2007, MotoGP reduced the engine size to 800cc, 49 cubic inches, and Ducati continued to be the fastest with a bike that was markedly quicker than its rivals, as was displayed by Casey Stoner on tracks with long straights. For 2009, Ducati Marlboro team campaigned their Desmodromic GP9 with former world champions Casey Stoner and Nicky Hayden. Ducati also supplied customer bikes to Pramac Racing, with Mika Kallio and Nicolo Canepa riding for the team in 2009. In 2022, despite suffering 5 DNFs, 4 of which were individual errors throughout the 2022 season, Bagnaia became the newest MotoGP World Champion today in Valencia. The Ducati rider also became the Italian manufacturer's second ever MotoGP champion after Casey Stoner, and first in 15 years. AMA Superbike Championship. In the AMA Superbike Championship, Ducati has had its share of success, with Doug Polan winning the title in 1993 and Troy Corser the following year in 1994. Ducati has entered a bike in every AMA Superbike season since 1986, but withdrew from the series after the 2006 season. Ducati had an important place in early Superbike racing history in the United States and vice versa. In 1977, Cycle magazine editors Cook Nielsen and Phil Schilling took a Ducati 750 SS to first place at Daytona in the second ever season of AMA Superbike racing. Nielsen retired from racing at the end of the year, but the bike he and Schilling built, nicknamed Old Blue for its blue livery, became a legend, says Richard Backus from Motorcycle Classics. The finished bike's name? Deja Blue. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.